Hello, my dear students, and welcome back. Today, we're jumping into a really lovely story from your textbook, Chapter 3 called Best Friends. It's all about what happens when four very different friends get into a big fight. So let's find out what super important lesson they learned, shall we?
So first things first, let's meet our heroes. Here we have the happy-go-lucky circle, the strong and steady square, the pointy little triangle, and the tall rectangle. Look at them here, all smiling and holding hands. But, sometimes even best friends have problems.
Hooray, but look at this. What happened? Their happy faces are gone. One day, these best friends started fighting. And it wasn't a small fight. It was a huge fight that made them all very sad.
So what was this big fight all about? Well, listen to this. Each friend started to think that they were the best shape of all. Let's hear what each of them had to say. First, Circle puffed up his chest and said, "I am the best. I am perfectly round and beautiful, and I have no sharp edges to poke anyone." And you know what? He has a point, doesn't he? A smiley face, the hot chapati your mommy makes, the wheels on your cycle, all circles.
But Square was not having it. He said, "No way. I am the best. I have four sides, and they are all perfectly equal. Just think about it. That yummy piece of kaju cutli or a beautiful gift box for your birthday. They're very often a perfect square." And then came Triangle, shouting in his big, loud voice, "I am the best. Just look at me. When children draw mountains, they use my shape." And what about snacks? Who doesn't love a hot, crispy samosa, tell me?
And finally, Rectangle. Oh, he just laughed at all of them. He was so sure of himself. He just said, "No one can be better than me." And he's right. He is everywhere. Your favorite chocolate bar, your textbook right now, even your pencil box, all rectangles.
So everyone is just fighting and fighting. How is this going to end? Who will solve this problem? Well, luckily, they get some very wise advice from a very special new friend.
They argued and just couldn't decide who was the best. So finally, they said, okay, the very next person we meet, we will ask them. And look who it was, shining so brightly on the path. A very wise star.
The star listened to all their arguments very patiently, and then she said something so important it changed everything. She said, "Stop fighting. Together, all of you can create wonders." She showed them how, by working together, they could make beautiful pictures and patterns. And just like that, poof, the friends understood their mistake. They saw that being the best all by yourself is no fun at all. But being together, that's where the real magic is. So they said sorry, hugged, and became best friends forever.
What a lovely story, no? But now, for the most important part, the exam corner. Let's get you those full marks. We'll go through a few questions to make sure you remember everything perfectly.
All right, first question. Ready? Why were the four friends fighting? Think about it for a second. What was the big problem?
Got it? The answer is so simple. They were fighting because each of them was saying, "I am the best." No, I am the best. That was the whole reason for their fight. Easy peasy to remember, right?
Okay, next one is a true or false. I'll give you a sentence. You just have to tell me if it's true or false. The sentence is, "The circle does not have sharp edges." What do you think, true or false?
And the answer is true. Shabash. Very good. A circle is round and smooth, like a ball. Of course, it has no sharp edges at all. Well done.
You are all doing so well. Now, let's become grammar gurus for a minute. In the story, they met a star, not an star. Why is that? Why do we use a sometimes and an other times? Let's find out.
These tiny words, a and an, have a special name. We call them articles. And their job is very simple. They just come before nouns. The names of people, places, animals, or things. Simple.
Now, here is the secret rule. It's so easy. We use a before words that start with a consonant sound, like a book or a table. And we use an before words that start with a vowel sound. And what are the vowels? A, E, I, O, U. That's it. Want a little trick to remember this forever? Just think of this cute little ant.
The word ant starts with A, which is a vowel, so we always say an ant. It's a super simple way to remember the rule for vowels.
Okay, let's see if you are a grammar guru now. Quick quiz. Fill in the blank for me. The sentence is, a brown hen laid blank egg. What should go in the blank? Is it a egg or an egg? Think.
And the answer is an egg, of course, because egg starts with the vowel E. Arre vah, fantastic. If you got that right, you are a superstar. Well done, beta. Full marks pakka for sure.
And that's a wrap for today. We learned a beautiful story, we practiced some exam questions, and we even became grammar gurus. But before you go, just think about this. The shapes learned they could create wonders together. So my question for you is, what amazing things can you create when you work together with your best friends? Think about it. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.